Alright guys, it's Dokkan time again, and today we are going to be going over the newly EZA AGL Zamasu and Trunks, actually. So both of them are freshly EZA'd as of Friday at 1 o'clock AM Pacific Standard Time. We're going to go over their EZA details, and I'm going to let you know what I think, personally, myself, what you should be building them on. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. A lot of people are just going to be like, go full dodge, or, you know, go full crit, or full additional, you know, whatever might have you. But I'm going to give you my personal opinion on what you should be going for in a general build-up for these units. I will make a separate video for the Mai and the Gawasu Zamasu. But let's take a look at Zamasu first, because considering that's what 99% of people even care about. So, pre-EZA, he didn't even raise defense on Super. Now after he is EZA'd, he now is stacking defense, which is very, very much needed. So that means he stacks 30% defense on Super attack. Now, instead of having only a 100% attack, reduces damage by 40, recovers 7% HP. Now he also has attack and defense plus 140. He gives all extreme class allies key plus 2. Reduce damage by 40%. He recovers 10%, and then a 20% at the end of the turn. So this dude's healing up so much HP. So much HP. He has damage reduction. He's stacking defense. He's supporting allies. Honestly, just going off of this first, his base form right now of Zamasu, you should just be going straight up additional to get as much defense raising as possible, stacking, and then put the rest into dodge. This dude doesn't have any right having crit because there's nothing to crit in here. So, my suggestion at the moment, just at face value, would be straight up additional, and then move on to say, then put it into dodges, or yeah, so additional first, and then dodge. No crit whatsoever. Let's look at his first transformation into Fusion Zamasu and see if that changes at all. So once he transforms, he's actually raising both attack and defense on Super. So the thing to keep in mind of that is that now instead of raising 30% on Super on his base form, he's now only raising 20% on his defense now, because he's super attacking with and raising attack and defense at the same time. So he's now stacking attack, which is fantastic, but he's also only raising his defense by 20% now. He still has a key... Oh wait, did he gain key plus 2? He gained an additional key plus 2. Okay. So he gets key plus 2, he gets an extra 10% at 150% attack and defense. He still is buffing extreme class allies by key plus 2. He now reduces damage received by 50%. That's insane. He's a King Yema built into him. That's an item built in. He has plus an additional attack and plus 50% when performing a super. He launches an additional super attack after receiving attack, so he's a slot 1. Recovers 10% HP when HP is 90% or less. And he recovers 10% HP at the end of every turn the character receives an attack 5 or more times. So he's built for slot 1 with 50% damage reduction. He still has no crit into here, but he has got additionals planted. He has additionals planted into him. Yeah, I would definitely say to still stick to additional and then dodge at the last bit. But even then, I'll be honest, the dodge is actually hurting him right now. Because he needs, if you want to launch an additional attack, he has to have received an attack. So if you put him in slot 1, and there's only one attack in that slot, and he dodges it, that means he's not doing an additional super. That means he's not gaining another stack of attack and defense, which is actually very bad. So yeah, I would definitely say full additional and minimal dodge. Minimal dodge. Yeah, I guess that's it, huh? He still can active skill upon his entering his next attacking turn. So he can go into his corrupted Zamasu phase the next turn immediately after he fuses into this one. So now he doesn't stack at all in his super attack, and he just massively raises his attack for 1 turn. He has ki plus 6, attack plus 300%, and defense plus 100%. So he actually loses defense. He loses damage reduction. He's down to 30% instead of 50. He does get an attack plus 50% and high chance for a critical hit when attacking. Oh. So he's just always having a 50% chance to crit? Yeah, no. Don't you dare put any crit into him. He doesn't need the crit. Not at all. Not at all. Launches additional super every time the character attacks 2 or more times in battle up to once per turn. But he has no built-in additionals now. Plus an additional defense plus 50% when super attacking for 3 turns. Okay, that's useless. So in this form, I would say, yeah, it's still additional. Yeah, so no matter what, you want him built for additional. No matter what, he is full on an additional build. Do not put any crit into him. There's no reason to have crit. He'll have crit in his final corrupted form. That is when you should be caring about crit. If you're worried about crit, that means you should be worried about finishing the enemy. If you're at the point of the fight where you need to finish it, then you activate his active, go into corrupted mode, and you just go nuts. He also disables enemies' guard. Yeah, no. Just... You don't need to give him any crit. He's already got fully built-in crit, basically, in his final form. Let the man cook in Zamasu and Fusion Zamasu form, and then go crazy in Fusion Zamasu. Definitely a full additional build, and then whatever rest into dodge. I think the dodge may hurt him a little bit in the very rare case scenarios, but at the end of the day, it'll still be fine. He's a tank. That's what he is. It might take him a while to build up, though. I really like him. My only issue is that his perfect partner, which is the brand new Zamasu, he's got 6 out of 7 links with. My only issue is that they're both slot 1 units. The thing about the new LR Zamasu, though, is he's actually a slot 2 unit after he actually loses his intro. So once he loses his intro and whatnot, I think he's down to his base 40% damage reduction. And at that point, with only having the 40% damage reduction and only having like 300k defense, I would argue to say you want to put him in slot 2 to make sure he gets his defense up whenever he supers. Because he gets defense on super, right? Yeah, he gets defense on both 18 and 12 key. You want to put him into slot 2 after first couple turns. And then that's when this Fusion Zamasu will be your new slot 1 unit. That's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Absolutely subarashi. Yes. So, additional and dodge. So, moving on to Trunks. Yes, Trunks. So, before he EZA'd, he only rose attack. He only had attack and defense 100%. There's literally barely anything to write home about here. After he EZA's, he's now stacking attack, and he's greatly raising his defense for 3 turns. So when he transforms into Super Saiyan Trunks, that will still carry over, by the way. It'll just be a very weird calculation. I don't know how they calculate it, but that will still carry over into his Super Saiyan transformation. He supports Superclass allies by Ki plus 2. He has launches and additional checks as a 50% chance to become a super. And he has built-in crit. Built-in crit at 30%, huh? Built-in crit at 30%, huh? I don't know if I want to give him crit right now. I don't know if I want to give him crit. If he's got built-in crit, he don't need crit. So right now, I mean, it's not even a question. He should just be either having additional or dodge. But yeah, that's it for his passive. So he transforms from the 3rd turn from the start of battle. So if he's in slot 3... If he's in slot 7, excuse me. If he's in slot 7, he'll come back on turn 3, which means he'll transform immediately. Okay, let's look at Super Saiyan. So in Super Saiyan, he greatly stacks attack and defense. Yeah, full additional. I'm sorry. Does he still crit? Transform critical plus 30% with each attack performed? Excuse me? Ruby-doo? Chance of performing a critical at plus 30% within the same turn with each attack performed. So base attack, 30%. Second super attack, 60%. Third super attack, 90% chance to crit. Okay. Yeah, so key plus 1 up to 4, plus additional attack and defense 25% up to 100 at the start of each turn. Launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. And launches an additional attack that has a high chance of going a super attack. From the 4th turn? So that's his base one, then he's got this second one here, then he's got this third one here, and then your hidden potential. So you can quad super with this fool. You can quad super with him. And he's stacking the entire way through. Yeah, I don't think it's a question. I don't even need to look at his final, like, Sword of Hope version. He is straight up additional and dodge. That's it. It's just additional and dodge. Honestly, both of them are just additional and dodge. I'll go look at the last one just for the sake of people watching, but attack was 40, defense was 20, performs a crit. Okay, yeah, no. The whole point of this video is to tell you what you should build on them. It's 100% additional and dodge. You should not be doing anything else with these two. They should always be additional and dodge first. Or additional first, dodge later. So that's going to be it for this video specifically for these two. Yeah, just go full additional and then the rest into dodge. But anyways, thanks guys for watching and have a good day and a good night.